Thank you, Mr. Wang. The Honorable Acting Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Honorable Siromi Turaga. Honorable Minister for Education, Honorable Aseri, Radrodro. Honorable Assistant Minister for Education, Honorable Eliasa Punawalu. Acting PS Education, Ratu Medinadu. Director of the Fiji Law Reform Commission, Ms. Racheli Tuiwang. Fellow Review Committee members, senior officials from the Ministry of Education and Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to present on behalf of the committee the final report for the review of the Education Act 1966. This handover marks the result of a deeply collaborative and consultative process to modernize one of Fiji's oldest and most foundational pieces of legislation. Our education system today faces different challenges from those of the 1960s, and it was clear that the legal framework needed to evolve accordingly. The committee is supported by the Fiji Law Reform Commission, the Ministry of Education, and UNICEF brought together expertise from legal, policy, and education sectors. We conducted public consultations across all the 4 divisions, including remote and maritime communities like Taveuni, and held virtual sessions with Lau Kandavu, Rambi, and Rotuma. We engaged with school leaders, teachers, students, parents, school management, civil society, and faith-based organizations. In late March, we convened a 4-day stakeholder workshop at the Pearl Resort, attended by over 50 participants. From this, we developed a comprehensive policy issues paper identifying 119 policy concerns that highlighted the urgent need for reform. We also conducted a data gathering exercise where we created a questionnaire covering 10 thematic areas of 87 questions. This was shared online and distributed at consultations. About 656 responses were received, and this played a significant role in shaping our recommendations. What we heard in those consultations were stories of dedication, frustration, innovation, and hope. These voices shaped every chapter of our final report and informed the draft legislation that accompanies it. I thank every individual and organization who took the time to speak with us. This truly was a people-driven process. To my committee colleagues, thank you for your commitment, professionalism, and long hours. It has been a privilege to work with you. With that, I'm honored to formally present the final report on the review of the Education Act 1966 to the Honorable Acting Attorney General and the Honorable Minister for Education. We trust the contents of this report will assist government in laying a strong, futuristic legal foundation for education in Fiji. God bless you, and God bless the children of Fiji.
The Acting Attorney General and Minister for Justice, the Assistant Minister, the Acting Permanent Secretary, Education, the Solicitor General, Fiji Law Reform Commission Director, and the team from the office. Today marks a very significant day, a historic day in Fiji's education system, as we receive the report of the review team on the review of the 1966 Education Act. As has been mentioned, that this Act foundation to our pre-tertiary education has only seen 7 amendments since its promulgation in 1966, but has not undergone comprehensive review until now. So this review is, has already been mentioned, imperative to modernize the Act, address existing challenges, and enhance the quality and accessibility of educations for all Fijian children. And our aim is to ensure that the Act aligns with the current educational needs, best practices, and international standards, including the National Development Plan and international treaties such as the Convention on the Rights of the Child. The key highlight of this consultation review has been the active and enthusiastic participation of the public, and we've seen significant engagement in all face-to-face and in virtual consultations such as those with Rambi and in Kandavu, with over 140 combined attendees and successful face-to-face sessions across Fiji. And the review addresses critical areas including outdated language, the holistic scope of education, government structures, school facilities, curriculum development, and teacher welfare. And we would like to take this time to extend our sincere gratitude to the Education Review Commission, a dedicated team comprising of the Commissioner of the Education Act Review, Ms. Rokombuana Yanga, 2 legal drafters, Mr. Sorwalu and Ms. Borasi, the 2 legal officers from the Fiji Law Reform Commission, and officers of the Solicitor General, has been instrumental in facilitating this crucial review process. Our appreciation also goes to the Fiji Law Reform Commission for their collaborative support throughout this extensive review process. The success of the consultation would not have been possible without the generous support of our partners, and a special thanks to the extended to the Fiji Program Support Services for funding accommodation and venues, the Fiji Correction Services for providing the coastal bus for students in the Nasinu area, the Lightspeed for providing Starlink for internet access for the virtual consultation. As we also acknowledge the crucial funding assistance received from GPE, Global Partnership for Education, through UNICEF, and Fiji Platform Support Programs for their financial assistance, which has supported the work of the Education Review Committee. And the diligent work of the review team, the review committee, in conducting numerous workshops and targeted one-on-one meeting with a wide range of stakeholders has ensured that diverse voices are heard and considered in shaping the revised Education Act. Now, Wale.
Thank you, Honorable Minister for Education, Assistant Minister for Education, Mr. Rokombuana Yanga, Chairperson of the Education Review Committee, the legal draftsman, David Solwaldu and Lian Borasi, senior officials from the Ministry of Education and also from the Office of the Attorney General, Director of Fiji Law Reform and all your staff, and distinguished guests, colleagues and friends. Good afternoon to you all. It gives me great pleasure to be here today to receive the final report of the review of the Education Act 1966, a milestone in our ongoing commitment to strengthen our legal foundations for education in Fiji. Today marks both an end and a beginning. An end to the work of the review committee and a beginning for my office as we now carefully consider the recommendations and the draft legislative framework presented to us. This review is no ordinary review. It is special, not only because it's revised legislation crafted in 1966, which is older than most of us in this room, but because it speaks to the soul of our nation's future. The right of education is not merely aspirational. It is enshrined in Section 31 of our Fiji's Constitution. This review brings us one step closer to realizing that the right in practical, meaningful ways for all our people. I'm informed that the committee undertook wide public consultations over the course of a month, including with school leaders, parents, students, teachers, religious and cultural organizations, school management, and technical experts. The review extended to maritime areas such as Taveuni, Savusavu, Lambasa, and included virtual consultation with communities in Lau, Kandavu, Rambi, and Rotuma. What stood out in these consultations was the level of engagement. From every walk of life, in every location, people come forward to voice concerns, offer solutions, and reimagine how our education system could evolve to meet global standards. I was especially moved by the participation of students themselves. They came in numbers, articulating their lived experiences, challenges, and hopes. They just didn't speak, they shaped narratives, their own. That, to all of us, is a powerful expression of civic education in action. I was also heartened by the revival of the Youth Parliament, a platform that trains our young people to articulate and amplify their voices, offering solutions for the future, our future, and our shared tomorrow. This is not just a legal exercise, it was a people's process, grounded in the lived realities of our communities. I want to acknowledge and sincerely thank the chairperson, Ms. Rukubia Nayanga, for her leadership throughout this process, and her team of legal drafters, Vinaka, for your diligence and professionalism in translating policy into legislative language. I also thank the Ministry of Education, senior officials who are present this afternoon, and the support staff, whose contributions reflect the importance of interagency collaboration. To the Director of the Fiji Law Reform, Vinawale, for your coordinating this complex, multi-stakeholder review with commitment and integrity. My role as the Acting Attorney General Minister for Justice is to receive, study and assess this report in consultation with Cabinet colleagues and our legislative drafting team. My office stands ready to support the finalization of the Education Reform Bill in the months ahead. Where clarification of further inputs is needed, I trust we will continue to engage with the review committee and relevant stakeholders. Let me say this. Education is not just about buildings, timetables, or syllabus. It is about shaping minds, nurturing potential, and creating a just and equitable society. The law plays a quite but foundation role in this, setting up the rules, rights, and responsibilities that governs the entire system. This report is a foundation. From here we build. And let us not forget, this law affects our children, our generations to come, our investments, and our national development. Any country's greatest wealth lies not in the natural resources, but in its children, its human capital. Thank you once again to the Review Committee, the Office of the Solicitor General, the Fiji Law Reform Commission, the Ministry of Education, and every member of the public who contributed to this review. May we continue to work together to bring this vision into law and into life. Vinawale. God bless us all.